Hey, this is Stephen Platinum, your friend in wrestling with Platinum vs. Raw. This is the April 5th edition, the Go Home Show for Wrestlemania. And I gotta say, it was what it was. I didn't hate the show like I hated last week's. It did what it needed to do. I thought, they had to set up some kind of drama. So this idea of, well, if King Corbin can hurt you, Drew, then he'll take your spot in WrestleMania. Nobody in their right mind thought that would happen, but at least it tried to give some kind of thing. So I can't be mad at it. I've had a crazy night so far, and just a series of good news and different things. But hey, I'm here for you. So we got Tom with Samoa Joe and Byron Saxton. I thought it was funny that Samoa Joe was a little more heelish tonight and kind of taking these shots at Byron. I don't know what that was about, but at least it was a choice, and I'll give it to that. Here comes Drew McIntyre to the pop to open the show. And we see what happened at the end of last week's show. Again, does it make sense that they had Drew McIntyre hurt and down and they didn't immediately work to cripple him? No, that doesn't make any sense. Does it make any sense that they didn't send anybody else to help Drew McIntyre? No, it doesn't make any sense at all. But Drew's in there and the pyro goes off. Talks about Wrestlemania. Out comes the Hurt Business, which is now Lashley with MVP. On and on, so forth and so forth. They yell at each other. Corbin goes on and says he's going to whip Drew's punk ass, and it is what it is. We get a replay of AJ Styles and Omos taking out New Day last week. We're going to have AJ versus Xavier Woods in a rematch. That's going to happen tonight. Go to commercial. All makes sense. All seems to work. Not a match, of course, because Raw. Asuka and Rhea Ripley team up to face Nia Jax and Shayna Baszler in the Russo-esque wacky tag team partners that don't get along together. Kofi Kingston and Xavier Woods are backstage talking when Riddle shows up. They talk about their matches for WrestleMania 37. Woods, which I think is kind of cool that he brings up that Riddle is going to take on Mustafa Ali later tonight. They did a bunch of marijuana-related references. So edgy. We got Xavier Woods versus AJ Styles. The match is good enough, I guess. But the end, Omos is on the apron distracting the referee. And Woods rolls up AJ for the pin. Oh, the distraction and the roll-up. Yeah, it is what it is. New Day celebrates. Omos and AJ look on from the ring. We got a white Bugatti arrive in the backstage area, and Bad Bunny hops out with Damian Priest. Oh, shenanigans with the car, I'm sure. Braun Strowman is shown walking backstage. Back to commercial. God, I hate the walking backstage thing. I wrote it here like 100 times how much I hate that. Back from break, we get a promo for WrestleMania 37. 5 days away, motherfuckers. I'm going to be there Sunday night. Saturday, I guess I'm just going to miss that shit. Because I'm going to be at the Farewell to the Pawn Shop for ICW. I'm going to be at that for sure. Yeah, I'm going to be busy. I'm going to be working a lot, and I'm very excited about that. Hopefully I'm going to learn some things, too, about TV formatting if I'm lucky. Yeah, it is what it is. Anyway, sorry, back to the thing. So 2-on-1 handicap match. We got Elias and Jackson Riker versus Braun Strowman. This match actually makes it through the commercial, which is unbelievable. Choo choo, choo choo. Sorry, Braun wins. He pins them both at the same time. Shane tries to do something, but nothing happens. Kevin Patrick stops The Miz and John Morrison backstage. They're carrying paint cans, and they approach Bad Bunny's $3.6 million Bugatti, and then they write all over it with the paint. Which is probably the least effective thing that's ever been done to a car on Monday Night Raw. I don't think anybody believes for a minute that paint, like, permanent. It is what it is. Bunny is upset. Nia Jax and Shayna Baszler against Asuka and Rhea Ripley. And the match is exactly what you would expect. Ripley goes to the floor, drops Asuka face first onto the floor, rolls her in the ring. Baszler immediately levels Asuka with a running knee to the face and covers for the pin. Oh, you insidious Rhea Ripley, you. Ripley taunts her. I mean, this show is so disposable. I don't think anybody who was inclined to on the fence about WrestleMania, I don't think this show's the kind of show that would just push you over. I think it's just one of these, like, look, if you're watching Raw, you're watching WrestleMania. So let's just get through this together, shall we? And everybody holds each other's hand. We see what happened last week with MVP and Bobby Lashley kicking Shelton Benjamin and Cedric Alexander out of the Hurt Business. So we have a bunch of drama going on with Cedric and Sheldon and all of that kind of stuff. And Cedric wants a match with Lashley. Lashley says he's going to hurt him. We go to commercial. Back from the break, we see what happened in the women's tag match. And then we got all the tag teams that are going to be doing their tag team bullshit. Yeah. And those are all the people who are going to be wrestling on Monday night. Or, I'm sorry, on the first night on Saturday. And then the winner of that tag team, it's basically a gauntlet, but they're not calling it a gauntlet for some reason. They'll take on Nia Jax and Shayna Baszler's on night 2, which means I'll get to see the title match. Woohoo! I'm excited. I'm not excited. Bobby Lashley against Cedric Alexander. It's what you think it would be. Cedric gets a little more offense than I thought he would get, which is nice, but Bobby Lashley dominates and puts him in that hurt lock. It's brutal. It's brutal. Shelton Benjamin attacks Lashley, but Lashley also drops him down, puts the hurt lock on him, ragdolls him. I guess, since they split up the Hurt Business, which was all stupid, I think everybody can agree how dumb that was. At least they made Lashley, I guess, destroy them both. It's just a shame they had to get destroyed. I mean, that's what we're doing. We see Bad Bunny backstage talking with Damian Priest when we go to commercial. They hype WrestleMania 37 again. Boy, they need to sell those tickets, eh? Think about all those ticket brokers and how many tickets they're stuck with. Oh my gosh, this is madness. I don't think anybody predicted that WrestleMania would not be an out-and-out sellout on both nights quickly. It's mad. It's crazy. We get a video package on the thing between Randy Orton and The Fiend and Alexa Bliss. Here comes Bad Bunny with Damian Priest. And long and short of it is, we want a tag match. And they go, okay. Yay. Sheamus stops Mustafa Ali backstage with some advice on Riddle, but Ali interrupts him. Riddle flies through on his scooter. It is what it is. Riddle versus Mustafa Ali. The long and short of it is Riddle wins. Sheamus stands up at the announce table, yells at Riddle. Bro chant breaks out. They yell at each other. Kevin Patrick is backstage with Drew McIntyre. He talks about King Baron Corbin. And he's going to win and go on to face Bobby Lashley and win there too. Okay, Drew McIntyre versus King Corbin. It's a pretty decent match. They get to a commercial break and they come back and they're still doing their thing. I gotta say Corbin is somebody who I think does really good work, and there's no exception here. He's in the general size category of Drew McIntyre, so it doesn't look completely ridiculous. Drew's offense to me has become very effective. I love that headbutt thing that he does. I think all of it looks really good. Drew McIntyre wins, as he fucking should. MVP looks disappointed. Drew stands tall on the ring. Lashley and McIntyre stare each other down. The end of the most disposable show in recent memory.